Hey Kat, how are you doing today?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So before this, I had you do the VIA strength survey. I took it too, so we're gonna just kind of talk about it today and just go over kind of what your feelings were and what you feel about your strengths. All right?
Okay.
Perfect. So throughout the survey, when you were answering those questions, what are some things that kind of stood out to you?
Well, it there were a lot of questions where I found myself wondering if I was answering on how I want to be or who I actually am. So that was really frustrating.
Yeah,
Felt like it was
that's
calling me out.
for sure. That's definitely something that I've heard from a lot of people is sometimes we want to answer what we think we want to be, um, but it's not necessarily how we truly act. So it is important to keep that in mind.
Mhm.
Um, is there anything else that stood out for you?
Um, well, definitely realized I in no way want to lead anything ever.
Okay,
And I have no discipline whatsoever.
okay.
Yeah.
So you do have your top five strengths in front of you, right? So
Yes.
if you want to briefly go through those and list those for me, and then just tell me a couple things that stood out with those for you.
Okay. Number one was love. Number two was appreciation of beauty and excellence. Number three, social intelligence. Number four is gratitude. And number five is perspective.
Okay.
I think they're pretty accurate for me.
Okay. Would you rank them any differently from the 1 to 5, or do you think it's pretty accurate?
I think it's pretty accurate.
Okay. Is there any that you think you would have added or taken out?
No, I
Okay.
don't think so. I,
Okay.
I think it pegged me pretty good.
All right. Well, that's good. That's kind of the what we're trying to get at here. Um, so now we're just going to go through all of them separately and just tell me kind of how you see yourself applying those in your life now. So start with the first one, which was your loved one, and just tell me how you receive that, how you use that, how you see it in your life.
Okay. Love. That one, like during the test, I think was mostly about being able to express love and receive love and whether or not you're good at that. And I am very good at both of those things. I think most of my friends and partners have always known my feelings pretty strongly and great at receiving love. Give me all the love.
Okay.
Um, appreciation of beauty and excellence. I mean, I enjoy pretty things and I see a lot of beauty in the world every day. And I'm definitely able to stop and notice all the good things and all the beauty. So,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that sounds perfect for that one. I know a lot of the questions were asking, can you stop and see the beauty, or can you
Mm-hmm.
recognize some beauty in situations where it's not necessarily the most positive. So that sounds really great the way you address that one.
All right. Number three is social intelligence, which I think was about, gosh, I'm trying to find words.
Go ahead.
Um, I'm drawing a blank.
That's
Help me out
okay.
here.
So this is the one that's kind of the virtue category of humanity. Let's see. So maybe an example would be collective value or cultural intelligence, understanding work within culture, uh,
Mm-hmm.
things like that,
Yeah,
building rapport.
I I guess it's kind of funny that I draw a blank on that one because So that's definitely something I've had to work on a lot. Communication skills and appreciating other cultures, because, well, anyway, just the way I was raised, it was not to appreciate other cultures, and I've had to work really hard at that, and I've had to work really hard at learning to communicate with people. So it's not a strong suit of mine, but it's becoming one slowly.
That's
Something
good.
that I enjoy learning about, for sure. Gratitude. I definitely practice gratitude every day. Didn't
What kind
used
of
to.
ways?
Just stopping and thinking about all of what I have every day. I'm very, very privileged. Very lucky person.
Okay.
Have a lot of love, a lot of stuff. A
We like
lot of
that.
opportunities. Yeah. And perspective.
So perspective is your fifth one.
Yeah.
And how's that apply?
That one applies. Sorry. So a lot of people ask me for advice and stuff, and I feel like I'm pretty good at being able to give advice to my friends and family and stuff. And I guess because I've been in a lot of situations and able to kind of rationally think through them and see, it helps being able to see something from the outside too, of course.
Yeah, so it sounds like you have worked on both seeing kind of both sides of the story, making sure that
Mm-hmm.
person there, and of course giving advice to friends and family and people you love. So that sounds like it's a great strength for you. So I noticed that you talked a little bit when you were talking about I think it was your third one, the social one,
Mm-hmm.
that was something that it's not necessarily natural to you, that you had to work on. Um, so going off of the other four, are there any that just come naturally to you? And then on the other hand, which ones are the ones that you have to work towards?
I would say that love, appreciation of beauty, and perspective all came naturally to me. And social intelligence and gratitude had to be learned.
Okay. So it sounds like you have a good mix of some stuff that comes natural and some stuff that you've really worked hard and grown towards,
Mm-hmm.
which is really great to show that, not all of the strengths are just natural. There are some things that we work on, and by working on them, we can actually get really good at them. And that shows with you because you have a couple of them in your top five, which is great. Okay, so moving on to something a little bit differently. Uh, we're gonna pick one or two of those, and I'd like you to think about ways that you could apply those within your life in the next week. So I'll let you decide which two that you would like to pick, and then we can kind of talk about that.
Definitely gratitude.
Okay. How are we gonna use that in the next week?
In the next week, I'm gonna have to use that every day with this coronavirus stuff going on.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I've been having
absolutely.
to use it every day
Mhm.
because it's easy to not be grateful when everything is so chaotic right now.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that I do, especially for gratitude, is I just include it in my morning routine. Just kind of sit down, maybe write a couple things out that I'm grateful for. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do it sometimes when I'm journaling, and sometimes I just do it, in my head while I'm making coffee or whatever.
Yeah,
Or always when my dogs are outside going potty. I'm just
yeah,
watching them, and I'm like, Babies.
That
So
makes really
grateful.
good sense. Yeah, because one of your things was seeing the beauty in things, and being out in nature is one of those great times where you can just sit down and be grateful and just acknowledge the beauty around you. So I think that's
Yeah.
perfect. All right, let's pick one more.
Which one do I want to pick? I guess love, because that one's pretty easy also right now to incorporate.
Okay.
Same
How are
with
we
the
gonna do that?
puppies.
Same with the puppies.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah,
they
that's
give me
definitely
love all the time, no matter what. And kitties. Puppies and kitties.
unconditional. Always unconditional.
Unconditional. Yeah.
Okay. So looking at all the things we've talked about, we've discussed your top 5 strengths, how they apply to you, and we've also kind of identified some ways that you could use these in the coming week. So it looks like we've really gotten a lot done this time. Is there anything else that you kind of want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Okay. So I do want to thank you for being so honest and for doing this with me today. I'm always available for appointment over the phone or online. Um, if you don't have any questions, then that's it for me today.
Awesome. Thank you.
Awesome. I will see you next time.
Okay.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.